Hi, this is Conrad Zimmerman of FistShark Marketing. If you're into our show, we hope you'll consider supporting us with a small monthly contribution through Patreon. For less than the price of a free-range virgin sacrifice to Nurglet the Ravenous, you can help us to continue whispering unintelligible nonsense into your ears. Just visit patreon.com/fistshark or click the big Patreon button at fistshark.com for more details. And thanks for listening.
So, gentlemen, I got a call from Uber this morning, one of our prestigious clients. They're very happy with...
That's never good, though. It's never good when they call. Whenever we hear from Uber, it's always bad news.
I don't know. You see, I like Uber because it seems that no matter how much bad PR they get, they simply don't care.
Yeah, they don't care because they're paying us to care about it.
Well, but even then they don't care. I think they just send the checks and, I mean, they're making so much money at this point. We could literally be doing nothing with their account.
I mean, they trained a bear to juggle bags of cocaine in the foyer of their head office, and it was picked up by all the major news outlets. It happened too quickly for us to squash it. And their CEO was on the phone to us saying, did you see the bear juggling cocaine story? And, you know, we expect to get chewed out for it. And it was hilarious.
Well, thankfully the call
that bear can really juggle.
It wasn't bad in terms of, you know, our business with them. They're very happy with the way we've been marketing and you know, corralling their bad PR. But it was more of a concern with one of our other clients.
Okay.
And yeah, apparently, Gary Busey.
Oh, God.
I know. He has been masquerading as an Uber driver, and they want us to stop him.
A bear juggling cocaine we can handle.
Gary Busey, on the other hand.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, one of Uber's executive marketing directors set fire to a boy, and we were able to explain that one away as a drunken prank. But, like, I don't even know what Busey's done yet, and I'm already scared.
Well, I don't think medical science has an explanation for Gary Busey yet. What's he doing? He's just pretending to be an Uber driver?
Yeah, I mean, he's been picking up random people off the street.
Oh my God.
Like, not even people with Uber apps, just he's been driving up and just going, hey, I'm an Uber driver. Get in the car. Hey. And he's just been shouting it at everyone on the street.
Why does he have to shout?
He's been creating these fake... You know how Uber drivers have their little, you know, symbol on the car door that indicate that they're an Uber car? Mm-hmm. I mean, he's been putting his own branding on, not even just on the window, but on the sides of the car. He's had it spray painted. UBuseyer is his service.
Did
he just take Uber and then just shoehorn Busey in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God damn.
I don't know how many more times we have to tell Gary that just shoehorning Busey into a thing doesn't make it a thing.
No.
It's like when he opened the Chinese restaurant, Itchy Busey Ban.
Right.
And it was just full of live crabs. Not even to eat. He got very upset if you went near one with a fork. It was just the floor was crabs. Sometimes as far as like up to the knees in crabs. Pinching and scrabbling at you with their little legs. And he's just in the middle laughing.
That was at least preferable to Ha Busey Bay, La Busey Bay, which, as you recall, was his craft store chain. And it was just nothing but open glue containers lining the walls. Open glue and paint. And you'd walk in. And I mean, I don't know if he was trying to, like, simulate the experience of being Gary Busey, you know, by walking into this place and you suddenly are exposed to all these inhalants and completely lose your mind. That was the sum effect. It was not a craft store, per se. It was a highly, highly dangerous afternoon.
And don't even get me started on Rubusey's Tuesdays. I mean, all he did was sell French fries, and they weren't even, like, fresh.
They weren't good. They were oven fried.
Oh, yeah. Those definitely saw time in a freezer somewhere.
That was factory standard crinkle cut.
Yeah.
For me, though, nothing tops the library. He had all of those books shipped in, promising that he was going to rent them out like any other normal library, and then just burned them.
That was a political nightmare. I don't even want to...
I don't know why he hates books. Like, not even specific books. Like, every book.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how to get him to... We can't tell him to stop driving his car around. But eventually there's going to be... I mean, if not Uber, dropping us as a client, but... I mean, there's going to be like a kidnapping story at some point, and Uber has enough of those already.
It's a prevalent fear. People don't like being kidnapped. We try to repackage that as a benefit, but people aren't buying it. Meet new people, see exotic places, wear beautiful hempen sacks over your head. No one's interested. So knock that idea on the head. But with Busey, I mean, that's my fear, is Gary Busey is perfectly fine until you can't get away. Get behind a locked door with him, and the gloves are off. There are no bets left on the table. Anything can happen. And will.
I just struggle to think of just any poor person getting into that car. I mean, thankfully we haven't, or at least I haven't seen any police reports.
It's nothing that didn't seem normal for Gary. You know what I mean? Driving mishaps involving Gary Busey, that's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the local city has a sign that tells you, how many days we've had without a Gary Busey-related car accident.
The nails have fallen off that board, right? Because they've just never had need to change it.
Yeah, well, once Gary Busey found the sign and just wrote Gary Busey all over it, so it just said 16 Gary Buseys since Gary Busey, Gary Busey, Gary Busey, Gary Busey. There was no point maintaining it. And he wanted the numbers replaced by little smiling Gary Busey faces. And then he wanted us to rename the town Gary Busey Town.
Which, the city of Boston was not having.
No, plus Richard Scarry was very annoyed at the potential copyright infringement. Okay, stop the meeting. Stop the meeting.
What's up?
I just went outside to spit in Craig's eye, and was alerted to the fact that one of our beloved clients, okay, not mine, our as a company, okay, I'm not taking full responsibility for her anymore, is in one of the other offices shoving a vacuum cleaner pipe down her throat, essentially.
Why? Okay, let's get context. Maybe we can...
Because Miley Cyrus. I know. Okay? I didn't put ideas into her head this time. This isn't my fault. But Miley Cyrus thinks she swallowed a ghost.
Mm-hmm. And how did she come to this conclusion?
She has been convinced for the past several weeks that the recording studio, otherwise known as the recording Busey Dudio, is haunted, and she'd had enough. She was recording her new song, and saw in the corner of her eye what looked to be, in her warped mind, a ghost making fun of her singing.
Was there anything in the corner to see that could be mistaken for a ghost? Was it like, one of those, it's a shadow of a coat hanger or something like that?
Are you sure it wasn't Busey in the studio himself just going, ooh, like he does sometimes?
Gary Busey denies having anything to do with it. He was there, of course. He was recording his own song, Busey-O. And as far as I can tell, though, I had a word with the producer, had a word with her agent. It was her in the recording studio on her own, behind the glass. From their perspective, she was just singing her song, pulled the headphones off her head, ran around the room several times, opening and closing her jaw. And they could just make out on the microphone just like that. She's running around, like, I'm talking top speed. And then just this big like that. And then she just covers her mouth with her hands, and he's just like that. And then she just jumped up and down smiling and shouted, I got him. Very pleased. And then obviously it came to light that she'd been chasing a ghost around and ate it.
Alright, how long did this go on? They're watching her from the booth run around chasing, nobody tried to stop her.
Apparently, it mimicked her singing style. It was hard to tell the difference.
So they recorded it.
Oh, yeah. Apparently it came out really nice.
Well, that's...
I mean, they needed a little bit of auto-tune, but they said, to be honest, the sounds of Miley Cyrus trying to eat a ghost and the sounds of Miley Cyrus recording a hip-hop single are very similar. The results are just fantastic. You know, that's one thing about Miley Cyrus. She's very beautiful and such a talent.
And a total pro.
An absolutely total pro. For all we know, she could have still been singing while doing it and just multitasking. But either way, she's fucking terrified now. She immediately regrets eating the ghost, because now she's convinced it's just going to live inside her blood.
I mean, I know when she takes her pills, she hallucinates as Pac-Man sometimes, but it sounds like this has gone far beyond
this
that.
is turning into something that may be a long-term fear. Like I said, I mean, I'm worried about her getting a vacuum cleaner hose far enough down and turning it on. I mean, who knows what will happen, you know. She had a chop for lunch. I don't want to see that chop again. It was a low-quality chop. So... you know, anything to avoid that, I'm going to be pleased with.
Yeah, okay, so we've at least managed to get the vacuum cleaner away from her, right?
Oh, no, she's still in there.
Oh, God.
Well, I had Craig deal with it, didn't I? I'm not going to tell Miley Cyrus that she can't vacuum her stomach if she doesn't want to.
Right, but I mean, wouldn't it be more practical to, like, I don't know, perform an exorcism or something on her stomach? Like, couldn't we just do that? Get a priest in here, you know? I mean, we'll get Father Guido Sarducci in here to do it. I don't care who it is, as long as she thinks it's a priest and it's exorcising the ghost in her stomach. We can solve this whole problem.
Yeah, we can't get Sarducci in.
Why, what's up?
He's been on the spiders again.
Oh, fuck. Well, can we dress up Dr. Nightscream as a priest? I mean, she won't know the difference.
Might be difficult. He's kind of fused with the gas mask now.
Alright, look, I can't believe I'm gonna suggest this, but why don't you just call Balthazar from the basement, and we can have him deal with it. He can tell her whatever mystical mumbo-jumbo is necessary to convince her that the ghost has been removed from her stomach.
Alright.
And we can all get on with our lives.
Hang on. I'll give him a call. One sec. Hey, Bal! Yeah. Yes, Jim. Yeah, Jim from upstairs. Not a problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, how did you know? I don't know, she's still at it. Yeah. In the other office. I sent Craig in there. He's a prick. I know. Okay. Alright, I'll tell them. Okay. Bye. Turns out that she already saw Balthazar.
And?
Where do you think she got the vacuum from?
Right.
That makes sense.
So, how do we convince her that the ghost is out, then? If we can't get her to stop from attempting to remove it, maybe we can just feed her a line about how it's gone. Or maybe hypnosis. There's gotta be some other solution than, you know, turning her insides out.
What if... because Craig's in there now with her. What if we just run in and push him out the window?
Oh, and then she'll see him fall to the earth. We'll say, no, the ghost was in there. Problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want. I guess that works too.
Oh, well, what was your idea?
Push Craig out the window.
Alright, guys, we have, I don't know if you call it a dispute. It's a legal thing. I mean, it's masquerading as a legal thing that's come across our desk. Val Kilmer is filing a copyright on pork.
Like pork the meat?
Well, no, he's trying to copyright the double entendre of pork, the innuendo associated with the other white meat. As in, porking.
As in, you say, you know, let's go out for some pork. And then someone says, yeah, more like sex with my penis.
Yes, that's it exactly. He seems to be of the opinion that he created this joke, that it's his property.
He's the inventor of porking as a euphemism for sexual intercourse.
Right. It's his baby, so to speak. And he's thinking that this is his happy birthday, you know? How there's those sisters that own Happy Birthday and they charge a royalty every time it's performed.
And he wants to be the Birthday Sisters.
Right, for Porkin.
A smuttier version of the Birthday Sisters. Although I have seen one pornographic tribute.
So, Porking, he thinks this is an original idea, and he thinks you can just, well, first off, obviously it's not, but secondly, he thinks you can just coin a double entendre at any time and charge people?
Well, yeah, that's the strange. I don't even know how you'd enforce it, right? I mean, how do you stop people from infringing upon that joke?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really trademark a catchphrase. I mean, obviously there's that famous "I ain't got no respect" that Jabberjaw used to say a lot, and Hanna-Barbera, I don't believe, ever took it to court when anyone else said it. No,
I don't think so. That they managed to sort of keep a lock on. I mean, it can be done. It can be accomplished. But I mean, he's saying on the level of any time just someone on the street says pork, he wants a cut of it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't strike me as feasible. I mean, you might be able to stop people from making the joke on radio and television without paying you, or, come back at them with a royalty demand after they've done so. That might fly, but at the same time, there's not a whole lot of porkin' going on when it comes to TV and radio. I mean,
Well, no, I mean, really, if you wanted to try and make money off that endeavour, the 70s would have been a better time.
Yeah, he's about 40 years too late for this.
Yeah, like this is, this isn't optimal. Now, if he could perhaps successfully get it in writing that he has the rights to this, if it could be demonstrably proven that Val Kilmer is the inventor of Porkin brackets, the joke you make about sex, then, maybe we could work with him to bring it back. Maybe we could put porkin as a euphemism for putting penis in a vajayjay, put that back into the lexicon of the cultural zeitgeist, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we'd have a better chance with radical or bodacious. And even then, we've not had too much success, as Bret Michaels can attest to.
Trying to bring Tubular back a couple of years ago really taught us a lot of hard lessons about raising a catchphrase and then sort of forcing it into the zeitgeist. It's not as easy as it seems,
which is a shame because I thought it was wicked.
Oh yeah, it was totally balla. I dare say that we were raising the roof on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really was bomb when we told people to talk to the hand, and that one was a winner there.
If you ask me, it was straight. Which I don't get. I don't get why that one caught on.
Yeah, that was a little. And it went on and on and on, and maybe that was the reason. Like most of those fad phrases, they only last 6-12 months tops. That just kept going.
Oh, man.
Just everywhere you looked.
Absolutely. You get Dane Cook standing on a stage and going, "Hey kids, what do you think?" And pretty soon you're selling t-shirts that go,
Well, that's one thing that the internet has really, really changed for us. I mean, it was at one point in time, we'd have had to start on one coast or the other, and would have to sort of progress slowly in towards middle America. But now that we've got YouTube and all of these other internet-based platforms that entertainment is distributed through, that just caught wildfire immediately. And it just spread across the entire country. Could not take a step outside.
If I were to think of one word that would sum that up, it would be...
It's a shame those damn vuvuzelas took over.
Oh, really, really cut into a good thing. FistShark Marketing is Jim Sterling, Conrad Zimmerman, and Caitlin Cook. Theme music by Ben Rama. Segue music by Alizar Chand. Our editor is Nick Malone. Get more episodes and learn how to help support the show at FistShark.com. Follow us on Twitter at FistShark for more of our exploits. Complaints can be forwarded via email to fistsharkmarketing@aol.com. And remember, we're only giving you what we tell you you want. Goodbye.